in about ritual from the very, very new. That means the director saw it first before the audience. Every element, costume, makeup, wardrobe, you need to understand color. We will actually get to the now we are talking about. Please, do you have any question on this aspect of plot structure before we go? Do we? Yes, please.
Oh, sorry, I'm not actually a student, but I'm here to lecture. And one thing that I was thinking about as we're talking is the fact that I like the structure you've given to filmmaking right now. I like that you have to have conflict and the climax and then you resolve, right?
Yes, yes.
But is that generally true of all movies? Is every single movie going to be that formulaic? That's one.
Okay.
Secondly, we've got directors like my best friend is now. The working king guy with the glasses.
Steven.
Spike Lee.
Okay. Spike Lee.
Yeah. So now we've got Spike Lee, we've got things like guys like James Cameron, right?
Okay.
They're two very good directors.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure they all bring their own styles to the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what would you think, in your opinion, what's the difference between what makes them stand apart from each other and what makes them different as a collective to your normal run-of-the-mill director?
Okay, now see what happens. Spike Lee, James Cameron, there is a foundation, all right? They are names, yeah? Very strong names in the industry. Every film director follows a 3-act structure of filmmaking. Your mastery of it determines if you can actually break the rule. All right? I may, as a film director, decide to do a couple of things because they are very higher. There is always audience. You have a whole large followership that is always willing and ready to take whatever thing they have done because they are established. We say, know the rules before you break the rules. Do you understand? They are there, all right? There are things celebrities will do and walk away. Nobody will question them. They are celebrity filmmakers. They are not to blame from the end. Return to the beginning and then continued. That is the continued. That is the art of mastering storytelling. It doesn't mean that he left the 3-act structure. You can put things around. You have the mastery of the art. Then you feel, okay, I want to tell this story differently. That is creative ingenuity. You are bringing your creativity into it. All right? You push a couple of things around and still achieve the same result. I'm using that Gods and Not to Blame story because a whole lot of us must have actually read it. So, as a film director, the basic, the fundamental takes you through this very 3-act structure, okay? This very plot pyramid. You may, at a point, wish to alter things, but it is basic, it is basic. You cannot, as a toddler, you cannot start running without crawling or even walking. Does that address your concern? Thank you. Please, do we have another person, please? Any suggestions? Talk if you have commentary, if not a question. So, if we feel that we are fine with this, understanding what makes a very good story, but then again, I want to stay here so we understand something. There is a paper I am working on, and it has to do with plot economy. You as a film director too need to understand superflux. Some style of storytelling can actually be very boring and poor. All right? I'll tell you, for instance, there is no need for you to see me in my bedroom wearing my shirts, okay, I'm heading to work. After dressing up, I come to the sitting room, I pick my briefcase, pick the car key, then you see me again at the car park, I open the door, get in, close it, the gatesman opens the gate, and I drive out of my house, and you see my vehicle running through Marian, okay, then you see me again at the office, the gatesman opens, and I come in, he tells me, welcome sir, then I walk into my office. That's very too long. It is poor storytelling, and that lacks plot economy. Do you understand? There are people who can actually, if I tell you now from this very knowledge you have now, remake that scene. Now, this is it now. You are directing now, yeah? So I have told you that's bad storytelling. So individually, tell me what will make that very scene sequence in your story. Please just write the progression for you, what you would like to see as a director. So as a director, just what I narrated to you, how I left my house to the office, what are the things you would want to see that will actually communicate what you want as a director in that sequence? Please just write it, and you will just read out what will work for you and send the message that you want the audience to get for you. So remember I told you I started from my room, then I got to my living room. From my living room, I got to my car park. From my car park, I drove around Marian, then I got to the office. Office gate, they opened the gate, then I got into my office. So what, as a director, will you want to see based on the plot economy that we are talking about now? So do we have stuff? Please, it could be as easy as anything, so we can proceed. Do we have stuff? The first person, what would you want to make your cut?
I think from the room.
Yes, from the room. Yeah, just say what you want to
So
see.
just show you pick your car key.
Okay.
From your car.
All right.
A little bit of you driving out, and then you are in the office on the chair.
Awesome. Okay, she said from the room. Okay, you are dressed in the room, you pick your car key, then we see you in your, as you drive out. Okay, then we see you. Who again, please? Let's hear your own.
Yeah, mine from the living room.
Yes, from the living room.
You have your room.
Okay.
Living room. Just
Oh.
pick your briefcase and your key.
Okay.
Go to the car.
All right.
And just in the office.
Awesome. So that means from the living room, you're already dressed, right?
Yeah.
You pick your car key and briefcase. We see you in your compound as you drive out, so we can now see you in your office. So another person, please. Yes, my director.
If it's really important that we see all of that you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
If it's really important, then there should be like a background story playing, like, you know, like how I got here, this is like the background story, like it's very important. Then maybe the costume, the environment, maybe the area you are going to. Maybe it's very, if it's very important to the story, then we can make it in a way that every detail is captured.
Okay. But now those details are actually taking us too long. They are taking too much of our story time. I bet you, your audience naturally don't like whatever will bore them. Whatever bores them will make them sleep at the cinema. Alright? And whatever bores them will give them that opportunity for a friend to say, have you seen this new thing that is trending online? while you are seeing a film, know that the filmmaker has actually lost the audience at that point. So we are asking for what scenes that will make a cut and reasonable, communicate the message quickly. So do we have another one? So fine, that is it. We need to understand that plot economy. That there are things, that's why you see some stories, they are almost endless. Then you ask yourself, so what happened in this story now? Especially, our Nollywood is unconsciously divided into two. There are Saba movies and our cinema films. Our cinema films, we pay more attention to them, especially the ones that we stream on big platforms, yeah? So you need to understand plot economy. You need to understand plot economy that there are superflux that you should take off your story, all right? There are things that are not necessary that should be off your story as long as you are looking at it. Do you understand me? Please, just a moment. All right. So then, that takes us to the next level. If we understand what makes a good script.
Are you done with this?
No, I'm not done. If we understand what makes a good script.
Whenever you want it.
All right. If we understand what makes a very good script, we now proceed to another thing. You can read a script and you feel, man, this script, I'm struggling to understand it as a director. A director does not read a script once. You read it severally, 5, 6, 7 times before you can actually say, okay, it is making more meaning. Each time the director reads the script, it brings a fresh meaning. You may have read it to have an understanding of it at first. Then a second read, you are trying to pay attention to the message. A third read, you are trying to pay attention to the characters. A fourth read, you are trying to pay attention to the historical background of the film. A fifth read, you are trying to pay attention at different elements. So each time a director reads this film script, it brings another meaning to it. And for you to have that meaning full and understand it, because if you don't understand it, you can't even direct the film. So the director must understand the blueprint, the script, before he directs. Directing is not all about gathering cast and crew, putting a camera in front of them and yelling action. No. Directing is an intellectual, creative work. That is why I say a director must be intelligent. We understand that we have a whole lot of people who may wish to go by the name director. But then you need to ask yourself, am I a director in every sense of this very word? Yes, Nigerians will like title. You just want to say, yeah, they call me director. All right, but then understand that you need to know if you should go by that title. And what we are talking about is script analysis and interpretation. Now you know what makes a good script. You need to analyze. You are analyzing different segments of the script. In filmmaking, we say you tear the story apart to look out for the subtext. There are hidden meanings, all right? And then if you understand the script analysis and interpretation will help you understand it more, make more meaning of it, understand what you are looking at when it comes to set design, when it comes to production design, when it comes to the costume, when it comes to look and feel of the project. All right? That is what will help you, the script analysis and interpretation. And at that point, we will be looking at some things here. So in script analysis, Librato Masakantaya. Sorry. Yeah. Let's just bring it forward. Thank you. So, when you are looking at script analysis and interpretation now, we are looking at script analysis and interpretation. That is one aspect of filmmaking that the director needs to equip himself with. If you do not do it, you will find yourself floating. When you do the script analysis and interpretation, there is no random crew member that will tell you, director, if say that's in yellow for final, then you say, okay, put yellow on it. Another person comes to tell you red. You say, okay, put red on it. Once you are done with your script analysis interpretation, you make a very good mental picture of what you want. Then again, you understand that there are basic questions that will help you understand your script. So, we say there are the 4 W's and H. If you are doing script analysis and interpretation, you are looking at this very first one, who. So, when you are looking at this, you are asking those questions, who is this story about? Who are the characters created in this very story? Alright? Who are they? Who are the characters created in these stories? Because you understand that you use those characters as a medium of messaging. You can only understand your story through these characters because they carry your story. So you are asking, who are the characters in this story? And we say you understand characters, all right? You understand characters in a film story, 1, by what they say, 2, by what they do, 3, and by what other characters say about them. You get to know who a character is in a story, 1, from what the character is saying, from what they are doing in the story, and thirdly, by what other characters in the story are saying about them. That's how you understand them. So when you ask this question, you need to probe more, understand this character, who is he in this story? Alright? How is he behaving in this story? Then we have another what. What is this story about? What are these characters in this story doing? Right? We have taken care of who. What are these characters in this story doing? What attitude are they bringing? Do you understand? So you ask those questions to understand your script better, to help you with script analysis and interpretation. So then, we also have this one, when. When is talking about time, period. What is the historical background of this very film story? Of the story that you are talking about? Alright? When is it happening? When is this scene set? Is this film story in early 90s, late 90s, in the 20s, in 1940s, all right? Or is it in contemporary Nigerian society? You need to understand this background. All right? So that is when it is happening. And when the action too in the story happen. This will help you with your script analysis and interpretation. Then we go again, that's when, where? Where is this action happening? All right? Where is this situated? Where is the location? All right? Is this happening in Old Calabar? Is it happening in contemporary Calabar? Is it in Lagos? Is it in Ghana? Where is it happening? Then how? How are these characters behaving? How are their behavior affecting other characters' behavior? How are their behavior pushing the story forward? Okay? How are their behavior fueling the conflict? What is the relationship? Yeah, I didn't mention this. What is the relationship between these characters when we are looking at the characters? What is at stake? This I just forgot this. I forgot to mention in that plot structure. Something skipped my mind. It just came, and that is stake. In a film story, something must be at stake. And that story we told about Peter and Favor, something was at stake, right? Yeah, the life of somebody. All right, so you must just have the stake. There must be a stake in a story. All right? If this doesn't happen, what will happen? If this happens, what will happen? A stake is very important in story. So we are asking here to what is at stake in this very story. So from who, what, when, where, and how, it will deepen your understanding, your analysis and interpretation of the story. It will help you when the costumer comes and tells you, director, so this character, Faith, the story says she is 15, or she's 25, let's say 25. You say, yeah. He said, what are you looking at when it comes to her appearance, her look? All right? If you do not do analysis and interpretation, you cannot answer the question. Unless you are anything goes director, you say, just give her anything, give her, just wear her something, let her look good, all right? Another person comes, and say, just wear something. So by the time you are saying these things, you are making creative decisions. Because this process will lead into the next thing that we'll be talking about, the look and feel of your film. Because before you go into filmmaking, before you even make the film, you need to have the idea, the look, the feel, how you want it to look in your head. You've made a mental picture of it, so that when the costumer comes, please, what's your name? Rosemary. So Rosemary is our costumer, and the costumer comes, what's your name? Donald. So Rosemary goes to Donald, the director. What is Peter wearing? And he will confidently say, okay, what I am thinking about Peter is this. You are the costumer. You understand what should happen. All right. Peter is so and so person. This is what he does. This is what he does. So make your decision. Give me 3 options and let me see. All right? Directors will always do that. They don't keep you in one box. They say, give me 3 options, let me see what you have for him. Then he comes, he feels, now your creativity as the wardrobe person or the costumer will actually complement his, and he sees, he said, I love this. Can you actually play more along this? If he has 7 scenes, if there are ones with continuity, you understand, but the director has told you, this is what I want, then you go that way. But then again, there is something that goes with it. You know, filmmaking has different functionaries, okay? We'll get to understand how these very things work. Now, all these will affect the decision of the director. He is saying, I have mastered these very questions I need to ask. Then he can now call for, I hope you know that this is a process we are trying to follow, yeah? Then he can now call possibly for a meeting and convey his ideas. The crew members will even read the script. They have their understanding. But when the director talks, all right, when the production functionaries gather and the director talks and you discuss the work, even when you read the script, there is what we call table reading, and you read the script, you understand that the script starts making more meaning to you than you had actually imagined. When these characters sit and they read, you understand the script better. Then you discuss, you throw it open. Alright? So bear in mind that if time will permit in this class, we'll make a short film script. Alright? We'll actually read it together and you make your mental picture of what you want to see as a director. Alright? Everybody here is a director now, yeah? So that way. So these questions will enhance your script analysis and interpretation. So that is that one? Please feel free to ask. Now for burial, one person they talk linked you. So please feel free to ask questions, yeah? So, let's do this now. How you begin your story as a film director matters too, depending on the type of story you want to tell. Alright? Imagine that you were coming in here. We are creating a film now. We are coming for this. Right? Everybody knows Braideye, yeah? Do we know Braideye? Yeah? Okay, we know Braideye. So we're coming into this place, you are rushing, you are late to meet up with the class, everything is set, alright? As you are just coming in, you see, your film is opening, as you are coming in to attend this very lecture, you see a police van and Braideye is in handcuff and they actually pick him, they are driving out. Alright, that's the opening of your scene. It will actually trigger curiosity in you, right? Now, that is film story. Capture them at the beginning. You must try. It must be compelling. The first 3 to 7, even 10 minutes of your film should be captivating. Alright, we talked about hook. That first minute should have a hook, and that hook should tell your audience, come on, I have something for you. So a film opens that way. I know he even came in, he's shocked that he got arrested in our story that we just started. Alright? So now it's catchy now. Then we are still telling this story. Fine, he has been arrested. You saw EFCC, you saw police around in the van and they are driving him towards the market to move. And immediately the van just gets to that flyover, another vehicle double crosses them and shoots, pa, 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 pa. Everybody is down. They move in from that vehicle into another thing and out. The film gets more interesting, yeah? So we are creating a film story. So that means if the first one didn't catch you, the second one will catch you. So you need to understand that hook that will tell you as a film audience, come along. Alright? We'll get there. So now we have talked about film analysis. You need to analyze. I understand that it's a process. Sometimes we can do shortcuts. It happens, yeah? Large-scale film can take all these processes, but understand them. We say know the rules before you break those rules. All right. Now, before we move on, you need to understand. Remember that we talked about omnipotent and omniscient. Now, the thing is this: as a filmmaker, in as much as you want to take that toga of a director, you need to understand how every crew functionary works, what it means, not even how it works. You know that I understand how light works. As a director, you understand what is possible and not possible. You feel like, okay, in as much as you have these crew functionaries who are working for you, you can tell. If you don't know that light is harsh on the actor, you cannot know. Nobody is coming to ask who shot this film, who is the DOP. The question that we'll get to here is who is the director. So you understand that this light is harsh. It's a question of telling the DP, is that light not too harsh on the actor? And he looks through his monitor and feels, I think it's fine. Then if he feels it's fine, and something in you still tells you, you are the director, you own your shot, yeah? You own that frame. You say, please, can they just turn it down? All right, the gaffer goes to actually bring down the light a bit, all right? So it doesn't go harsh. You as a film director understand how makeup works. You understand, you see a character, and we are working with Favor, our character, and the director said Donna, right? Donna, director stands up to look at Favor and feels, who is our makeup artist now? She has taken that of the director. Okay, you're our makeup artist, and the director looks at it, and he looks. I will tell you something again about communication and image and how it affects your crew and cast. Director, you've seen Favor, all right, and you feel in that this makeup is actually too heavy. All right, you see Favor, you say, wow, you are looking stunning. I think there's something I want to try. Just a moment. Instead of telling this lady that this makeup is too heavy, all right, you locate the makeup artist and say, yeah, nice work you did, but I feel I want it. I would like it lighter. All right? It's communication. Now, see what communication will do there. If this is a professional actor, a typical Nigerian celebrity, and she has spent about 45 minutes under makeup, you slam her with heavy makeup. Then the director comes and says it's too heavy. She will flare up. So you must know the type of makeup that they want. No actor will like to go for wipeout and the person comes back again. It's like you're experimenting with the actor. One, our typical Nigerian celebrity will assume, like say these people don't know what they do. Know what you want. Don't assume. It almost skips my mind. There's something we call fact and reality, still under script analysis and interpretation. Your fact is within the script. Don't assume. Fact and assumption. Do not assume. Understand what you want. This is the period we are talking about here. Stay on it. Don't say, maybe it should be this way. When you bring maybe, you are not certain. Be certain of what you want and you stay on it. If you're on maybe, those who are working under makeup, if another person asks them questions too, they will say maybe. And you ask another person too, another person will say maybe. So the whole set becomes a combination of maybes. So there is nothing that is certain. So that means the director is not even definite about what he wants. Alright? In as much as you are the makeup artist, even if the director is forgetting, it is you confide in the director. So what I want us to understand is this. As a director, you need to understand how makeup works. As a director, you need to understand how the camera works. Understand the camera languages. Understand different shots. Do not be that director that will rely on assumption and you feel, yes, I have a good DOP or camera operator. It shouldn't be camera operator shots if they are your shots. You decide, I want this. You can be on set and the DP said, let's take this. Said, no, I don't need it. You understand how post-production works, how edits works. All right? Now, don't be also a director who will feel we will do it in post. All right? There is something we call we will do it in post. It usually brings problem to the director when he's editing. Post-production is editing. By the way, we didn't actually start from the beginning. You know, filmmaking is divided into 3, all right? And now we can even say 4. You have the pre-production, production proper, post-production, then you have exhibition. Exhibition is your distribution and all that. All right, pre-production has to do with the planning now. Buying the script, understanding if the script is strong enough, doing your casting, doing your auditioning, doing location scouting. All right, you go for location scouting. Please understand that the director does not start directing on set. He starts directing before the film starts. Because a bad location is director's work. You have a location manager. The director needs to see different locations and say, this one works for me. And in as much as you are choosing that location, you are also pulling your sound guy along with you. Because the sound guy needs to know if there will be noise interference on the set. Your DOP can go to do location recce with you. Alright? You need to check the location. You say, we will be shooting. This is a very nice office. All right, you're looking for an office space, yeah? The beautiful office that you have seen, you found it on Marian Road. But then, just the office you have, the road is very close to it. Where you hear ping, 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 boom, vehicular movement, a whole lot of things, that will automatically mar your sound. Don't be the director somebody will actually push into doing ADR. That's dialogue replacement. You finish and they bring you into the studio to re-say those things. Now, if you have seen a good location, understand if there will be noise accompaniment when you are filming. If when you start filming, somebody will power a generator. Don't be a director that somebody will tell you, hey director, leave that generator sound. When we are editing them, we will just put background music and it will be playing. That is poor production. You are directing pre-production, production proper, and post-production. You are imagining how, because any problem you allow in pre-production will affect you in production proper and affect you in post-production. So if you make any mistake here and you don't take care of that noise, you get to production proper, then you realize that this sound is too much. Then you didn't solve it when you were looking for location. Now the sound is there when you are shooting, you shoot it, then when you go to edit, the sound is there, you start feeling, the sound is even higher than the dialogue. Alright? Then somebody will tell you, I know how to remove it. Alright? We have done a lot. I write, I produce, I direct, I edit. So I know how a whole lot of things work. In as much as you want to separate that sound, okay, the noise from the voice, it's affecting the voice quality. Because now the same channel they enter. You drop it, the voice drops. You drop it, the voice drops until the guys start talking like toys. So you understand? You solve the problems. Don't create problems for yourself. So don't, unless unavoidable, don't find yourself into the category of those who say, I will do it in post. Do you understand me? Do you understand? Says, are we tired? Okay, so we can continue. So we understand those 3 stages, pre-product. Of course, then again, as a director, I don't know if I am jumping too much. I just want us to take it gradually. Yeah. Yeah, you have a question? Yeah, please.
In the post-production proper that you were talking about just now,
Yes, please.
I had a scene at one market roundabout,
Mm-hmm.
and I need dialogue while they are standing at the bus stop, and the background sound is there.
Okay.
What do I do?
Now see what's going to happen. That's a market scene. And naturally, it's a natural ambience. Okay? So allow it. As long as you are seeing all those people there, they are fine. But there is a setting to your sound engineer will have to take care of. Alright? You know, these days, it's even in these toy mics, right? There is a way you can actually turn down ambient sound, and the immediate sound actually stays up. Alright? As long as you are using a pin mic. Alright? And this is sound related, they know how to take care of it. Alright? As long as there is a body mic, dialogue can happen. Alright? Those background sounds at what market, as long as we are seeing that it's a market scene. Okay? We are seeing it's a market scene you are filming, and the dialogue is also happening in a market. So there is no way those background sound can actually be out. It enriches your work.
I don't want to eliminate the background sound, but I want the dialogue to be clear enough.
Now, you don't want to eliminate the background sound, you want the background. So what happens is, we are here now, Shay?
Yes.
So Nami hold mic,
Yes.
you dey hear me more.
Yes.
That's just it. So those actors will have mic. There is mic pinned to them. And that mic will pick first what their voices before every other thing. Those other ones will sound in a distance too. Their background sound. Then I will also tell you, after filming too, there is the sound guys will even stay to even take the ambience of the market, because naturally they will still need it. Do you understand? So that's their work. Do we have any other question, please? Yes, go please.
I want to maybe add to what you said.
All right, please.
In the case of such a scenario, when I was studying sound engineering class, we have a shotgun mic.
Mm-hmm.
So the mic, it produces the sound from the siren and increases the sound that comes directly.
Okay.
I think in such a scene, we use such a mic.
Okay.
Because the sound from other market people will be reduced, and from the person talking, the sound will be.
Okay. Has that taken care of you too? Also, so I told you, sound guy will always sort you out. That is why they usually will need to be in your location reiki. You don't get to a location and you just feel, I don't reach here for the first time, and you want to start filming. It happens a whole lot in Nigeria, okay? But then when you visit a location before your shoot, you prepare yourself for what is to come. Just like he has given you a technical knowledge on what to do, if they visit that location before the real shoot day, they will plan for that